We're going to be checking in throughout the next 24 hours to see how this foundation wears. So let's set this as our number 0. Hey guys, it's me, Maya, and I'm really excited for today's video because we're testing out a new foundation that I just got at the drugstore. And I've been living for drugstore foundations lately, so I'm going to be testing out the new L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. I'm sure that you guys have heard something about this online. There's been a lot of videos, a lot of talk about how this foundation wears, but I wanted to give you guys my first impressions as well as a wear test. Because this foundation says that it's gonna wear up to 24 hours. So is that true? Will it actually wear for 24 hours? So let's just get right into the video so you guys can learn more about this foundation and decide if it's the right product for you. As you guys can see, I have absolutely no makeup on my face. So I just cleansed my skin and applied a little bit of moisturizer. So nothing too complicated right now on my skin. And I'm going to go ahead and use one of my favorite primers, which is the Decay Optical Illusion Complexion Primer. This is like a pore filling primer. For me, I have a combination skin. I get very dry here along my cheeks, and then I have very oily skin in the center of my forehead and in the T-zone in general, which is pretty normal. So I like to use this primer to just conceal my pores a little bit, which are pretty big on my nose and the surrounding area, and then also just smooth my complexion overall. I do have acne prone skin. As you guys can see, I have a few breakouts along my skin, so I want to see what the coverage is like for this foundation, because I know for me and a lot of other people that's something that's interesting and something that's going to be a make it or break it in terms of if they're going to buy this foundation. Does it cover enough? Is it full coverage? Is it medium? It does say buildable on the foundation, so let's see if it lives up to that claim of being a buildable product. So I just zoomed you guys in so you can see my complexion and what we're dealing with. I'm putting one pump on my hand and I'm going to spread and press this into my skin. And I think that's something that you should keep in mind in general when you're using pore filling primers, to really press them into the skin and don't rub them too much. Focusing this in those problem areas for me, which is the nose, the surrounding cheek area. So the first tool that we're going to test out for applying this foundation is the Beauty Blender. This is a dampened beauty blender. This is just the standard beauty blender. On the other side, we're going to be also testing out the Sephora Pro Full Coverage Airbrush Foundation Brush. This is one of my all-time favorite foundation brushes. It's a really dense foundation brush made of synthetic bristles. There's also a similar one from Morphe, so if you're interested in this brush, I would say either of those are great options. This is just really great for adding that coverage because it is such a densely packed brush. So on the bottle itself, there's not too many claims or anything going on here. Also, guys, they sell the foundation on their website where you can see the entire shade range, which is a really, really great shade range. As you guys can see, it has a ton of colors. So I do like that it's offering such an incredible variety of colors. On the L'Oreal Paris website, it retails for $14.99, but I believe I got this foundation for $11.99. I feel like it was maybe just $1 or $2 above $10, but in general, it's pretty affordable in general. So on the website, it gives you a little bit more information. It says our most lightweight, breathable longwear. Be unstoppable. Introducing our breakthrough longwear foundation with breathable skin technology. What does that mean? Up to 24-hour fresh wear foundation provides medium to full buildable coverage that lasts all day and allows the skin to breathe. The formula's 3 oil absorbers resist sweat, water, and transfer. Wow. The ultra-thin liquid goes on smoothly to give a fresh, healthy-looking complexion that lasts. All right, so it says ultra-thin liquid, so I'm thinking that it's like a watery kind of formula. Color stays true and blends in evenly so your makeup looks fresh all day, non-comedogenic, and formulated with SPF. This foundation is suitable for all skin types, and it comes in 30 shades for every skin tone. So these are some really great promises. I'm hoping that this foundation lives up to it because it might be for the nomination of Holy Grail drugstore foundation. And I would love to find a really great dependable foundation from the drugstore that isn't too expensive. In general, this foundation has a 4.6 rating out of 5, and it has 385 reviews on the website. So seems like people are really liking it, and I hope that I like it too. Okay, So I do like that it comes with a little pump. That is awesome. I love a good foundation with a pump because it's just more sanitary. And for some reason, at the drugstore, it's always hard to find a pump dispenser on your foundation. So I really appreciate that. So let's add one pump. Okay, so first things first, it is a very liquidy formula, like a watery kind of formula. It kind of reminds me of the Lancome foundation that comes with the dropper. Like, it's a very similar watery texture. This is just a little bit thicker than that formula, but overall it is definitely like a very liquidy foundation. We're going to use the beauty blender to apply the foundation to this side of our face. So just picking up a little bit of product. I'm going to start very light and see how much you need to get like a good amount of coverage. And just bouncing this on the face. Oh, thank God I got a good color. You guys, I'm always so worried about picking foundation colors at the drugstore. Like, that's the #1 reason why people don't buy more foundation at drugstores, is because you can't test it and then you end up with some color that's horrible, like really terrible. But this looks like a really good shade. All right, so that's one pump on this side of my skin. Still pretty like light to medium coverage. I would say that's good medium. So not a ton of coverage off the bat off of one pump, but the pumps are small and the formula is really liquidy, so I don't think I would ever expect to just use one pump. But if you guys are more interested in like a natural look, it is good to know that you can achieve that with this foundation because it is pretty light to medium coverage off the bat. So let's see the comparison of my skin one side versus the other. I'm just going to zoom you guys in. So you guys can see some of my breakouts are still peeking through a little bit. I wasn't able to stretch that one pump across the entire half of my face, so I would still need some more coverage around my upper lip, my nose, my forehead barely has anything. So one more pump of the foundation, and again going in with the beauty blender. I'm really loving the finish and the look of this foundation. Very nice. Alright guys, so that is 2 pumps on one side of my face. So I'm not saying you have to use that much, but I just wanted to see how much coverage we could build up. I feel like the reason why it's so buildable is because the formulation is so liquidy that you can build it up without it getting like really crusty and dusty and thick and gross. So because it's such a thin formula, you can really apply a few layers and it still feels like literally nothing on my face. It feels like moisturizer. What is this? So you guys can see I didn't go with full coverage or anything in certain areas where I know I'm going to be applying my concealer. So around the nose, there's still a little bit of redness. I would definitely want to cover my chin a little bit more with concealer. But in general, I mean, these breakouts are pretty much covered. I feel like everything's well covered. Like I would totally wear my skin like this for like a full glam look and then just apply my concealer and everything like I normally do. It's still a natural finish and it doesn't look like a ton of makeup at all. So I'm really loving it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Alrighty guys, up next we're going in with my favorite foundation brush, the Sephora number 53 Pro Full Coverage Airbrush Foundation Brush. This is a winner in my book all the time. I love the results I get from it. So hopefully this foundation will blend really quickly and smoothly with this brush. I feel like it might be a quicker application than with the Beauty Blender, although I really love the finish and everything of the Beauty Blender side. Let's see if there's a difference, because maybe there won't even be. So I'm just doing a lot of quick, short strokes to apply the foundation throughout my skin. It's blending in nicely. So yeah, overall I feel like this just looks a little bit more matte, I guess. Very slight difference. I don't see much of a difference right now. I feel like overall this is a truly natural finish foundation. There's a little bit of like a glow going on, but it's not a glowy foundation by any means. So I'm hoping that it wears well for more combination skin and I don't get too oily in the T-zone. Let's apply that second layer with the brush on this side and see how everything comes together. The foundation sitting on my skin beautifully. The coverage is really nice and I love this color. So let me do the rest of the makeup for my everyday look, and I'm gonna get back to you guys and we're gonna finish up this look and we're gonna do an all-day wear test. So next time you guys see me, I'll be a little less ghostly looking. Hey guys, so I'm back. I just finished up my makeup and I curled the ends of my hair a little bit. So I did a little bit more of like a glam look for my makeup. As you guys can see, I'm using one of my favorite glitters. I'll include all of the products I use down below. But in terms of my face foundation and everything that I used on my face, I used the Mercier setting powder and I did not set with any kind of setting spray. I normally would, but I was like, okay, let me set the concealer. But I didn't want to go ham with other products that would help the longevity of this foundation, because I'm going to make the assumption that most people will just be using foundation and concealer, maybe a little bit of powder, but I didn't want to use like all-nighter or something like that that's going to help increase the longevity. So just so you guys know, my skin might look a little bit dehydrated or more powdery because I didn't use that setting spray. So all I did use was the Laura Mercier setting powder, and then I did go in with a little bit of Hoola bronzer and my Galifornia blush and a highlighter from Tarte. So in general, not too much going on the face, but just a little bronzer, blush, highlighter. I said not so much going on the face. You know what I mean. I didn't want to disrupt the foundation that I'm using. So like I said, I'm going to be testing this out, seeing if this claim of 24 hours does work or not. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this makeup look. I'm happy to recreate it. I think I'm going to use something similar for my birthday that's coming up next month. So if you're interested in seeing what I plan to wear for that, then let me know in the comments down below. Okay guys, so right now it is 1:42 in the afternoon. A little bit of a late start, I know, but it's Saturday. So let's see how this makeup wears throughout the day. And I know I'm wearing lashes and stuff. I'm going to try to keep them on, but it's not the biggest deal. I think the biggest test is just how my skin looks, how the foundation wears throughout the next 24 hours, and if it lives up to its claim of being a long wear 24-hour wear foundation. So I'll check in and see you guys in a little bit. Also, before we get into a little test of the actual wear in a few hours, let me give you guys a little snapshot of what this looks like photographed with flash. So I'll be inserting a little clip here of me testing that out and how it photographs. And you guys can see there's maybe a little bit of a white cast, but it's not too bad at all. I feel like I would totally wear this foundation day in and day out and not really worry if there's a photo here or there. I think if you want a dependable foundation that will not give any flashback whatsoever, you might want to reconsider. But I think for the price point and for like daily wear and using it on nights out, I don't think that this is bad at all, and I would totally wear this foundation. And I'm impressed that at such a high SPF of 25 that there really is minimal flashback. I will see you guys in a few hours. Hey guys, I wanted to give you a quick check-in. It's been about 2 hours since I applied the foundation, and I'm loving how my skin is looking. Like, it looks really good. I'm going to zoom you guys in. But yeah, I mean, it's still very pretty much how it looked when I first applied it. There's really not too much wear. I'm not getting greasy yet. Like I said, I have combination skin, so usually like this area gets greasy as hell first. And it's still looking really fresh and looking really nice. So far so good. I'll check in with you guys in a little bit with another update. Hey Hey guys, I'm back to do another check-in with you guys, and I wanted to just show you guys what's going on with my face. It's been about 4 hours now, and I feel like I'm getting a little bit of oil peeking a little bit through the foundation, but nothing like I normally would with even like any kind of foundation that I have. So not bad. I feel like my skin still looks super fresh. It looks nice, so let me just focus that for you guys. So as you can see, like right here, there's just a little hint of a shine. I haven't blotted and I'm not going to. My skin still looks really fresh though, so not bad. There's not really any signs of texture anywhere or any issues that are major yet. I don't have any kind of patchiness or any kind of breakup of the makeup at all. So far, this is looking really nice. So I think I'm more interested in seeing what this looks like at like the 8 or 10 hour mark, because that's how long like a usual work day might be, and I want to know, like, will this last me when I'm at work all day? Will I still look like fresh and nice at the end of the day, or will I look like a greasy slob? So let's see how this goes, and I'll see you guys in a few hours. Hey guys, it's Maya. So it's been about almost 8 hours at this point. Last time I did my check-in, I had been at like the 4 hour mark, but I did go out today, so now you can see I like got into my comfortable house clothes, but unfortunately I'm not washing my face off. So this is what my skin looks like now. So you do see a little bit of oil and texture. Hey guys, so it's been about 10 hours at this point, which is insane because my makeup still looks so good. It's insane. Like, I haven't touched up anything, no powder, no setting spray, nothing, and there's like no oil really where I usually get really oily. So usually by now this would be like completely broken up. Hey guys, it's been over 12 hours I've been wearing this foundation, which is insane, and I'm getting a little bit of oil here, but it's really nothing, being that I've been wearing this for so long. So I'm actually going to bed now, and I know it's crazy. I might end up taking off my lashes. I don't know, I'll update you guys, and you guys will see what I end up actually using, but these lashes are annoying the shit out of me, so yeah, we'll see. But my skin, I'm probably gonna put down like a little sheet on my pillow so I don't completely ruin everything, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Hey guys, I just woke up, and as you guys can see, my face is pretty greasy. At this point, it's been about like 20 hours. So I have a few more hours left, and I'll check in with you guys then. But I want to just zoom you guys in so you guys can see the grease that's kind of formed on my face. So I think if you were to wear this for actually 24 hours, you would definitely want to do some touch-ups at like the 16-18 hour mark, I guess, or before then if you have like really oily skin. But I still am kind of surprised that there's still foundation on my skin. Like, I was sleeping on a pillow. I wasn't really gentle with my skin at all. Like, I just lived my life. As you guys can see, I did end up taking off those eyelashes, and at this point I just feel really gross, and I can't wait to wash my face. Like, you guys, this is dedication if I've ever seen it. But yeah, so I feel super gross, but this is pretty interesting. So I'll see you guys in a couple hours for our last check-in, and we'll see the final results. It's been 24 hours. I feel so disgusting, you guys. Let me zoom you in. My skin, it still has foundation though. Like, that's the impressive part. And my eyeshadow looks fine. My eyebrows are okay. But the main thing that I'm testing here is really just the foundation, and it's still pretty much all over my skin. Yes, I'm greasy, super greasy. But I think if I touched up, it would look okay. Not good, but okay. Let me zoom you guys in so you can see. So as you can see, there's a ton of oil and some breaking up of the actual foundation here. I definitely have some congested skin from wearing my foundation overnight. So you guys can see some breakouts popping up that I don't think I had before, so that's fabulous. My concealer's done for, but there's still foundation on my skin for sure. So let me go take a shower, take this off, do a face mask, and I'll be back with you guys in a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I feel so disgusting, so let me get back to you guys. But it has been 24 hours, a little bit over actually. It is like 2 o'clock right now, and I started, I think it was, I said it was like 1:40 yesterday. So let me just show you guys, like, this is super greasy at this point. But like I said, I think if I did touch-ups and just wore this for like a reasonable amount of time, like when I did the check-ins yesterday, it still looked great at like the 12-hour mark, which is still super impressive. I didn't even have any oil popping up. At this point, it's pretty gross. Yeah. But it's still there, so yeah, that's my take on it, you guys. It's so disgusting. Hey guys, so I'm back, and I just wanted to close out a couple of my thoughts on the foundation altogether. I'm actually back wearing the foundation again because I liked it so much. I feel like it's the perfect everyday kind of foundation where you're gonna get the benefits of SPF. It's super, super lightweight feeling. It's probably one of the lightest weight foundations that I've tried. And you also get pretty decent coverage. I feel like my skin looks really fresh, so that whole claim is completely 100% correct. And yeah, I feel like even though my skin was a little congested from using it for 24 hours, which I don't recommend, just disclaimer right there, let's say that. I do not recommend wearing your foundation overnight, sleeping in it, etc. I did it for experimentation purposes, but you guys don't have to because I did it for you. So save yourself, your face, and your complexion, and don't do what I did. And yeah. I will say though, if you need something that's super long wearing, if you work like really long shifts, this is definitely a foundation that I would consider, because with sweat, oiliness, and sleeping in it, it's still pretty much lasted. Yeah, my foundation looked like crap in the morning, but I think if you powdered and you wore it for a reasonable amount of time, like up to 16 hours, I think you would still have a really fresh complexion, and it would be a great option. So overall, I really love this foundation. I was surprised by how much I liked it, because I saw some reviews online and I was like, I don't know if it will provide me with enough coverage, because a lot of people said it was like light to medium coverage. I do feel like it's definitely buildable. It provides me with a good amount of coverage, and I don't have like perfect skin. I have problematic skin, and it still covered like my breakouts. They're well covered. Like, I'm not concerned about them. And I feel like it blended with other makeup products that I use really well. I didn't have issues of like pilling the foundation, or like it looking really patchy or crusty or really stiff. Like, it looks so fresh. Let me zoom you guys in. So again, I just applied it today, and I feel like my foundation looks really good. So yeah, I've been really happy with it. And so if you're considering a new foundation to try from the drugstore, I would definitely highly recommend this one, especially if you work long hours and you need something that's just gonna stay on your face and not look creepy, crusty, or oily. This is definitely one to consider. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, I did sacrifice my face for this, so I hope you guys appreciate that. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure to throw me a thumbs up and hit that little red subscribe button and the little bell icon so that you are up to date whenever I upload. Love you guys. Bye!